So it's October 2023, and it is that time to go over the San Luis Obispo County stats to give you the updated information. And throughout the video, I'm going to tell you some trends that we're seeing that we haven't seen before and some things to help you as a buyer or a seller, the San Luis Obispo County Central Coast area, what you need to know, what's currently trending right now as we're entering the fourth quarter, and what is going to benefit you in this upcoming end of the year. And here we go. Some of these things might surprise you what's going on. So let's bring up the graphs. This is month to month information, year over year. So we're going to break it down and make sure that you are super informed as you're hearing. We are not immune to everything, as I've said in the past. So let's just take a look at the numbers. Here is our September information for you. We're going to start over here on this end for new listings. So we are down 23%. As you can see here, we have 200 homes. Now I'm just going to change this to the year. Same thing, just so I can compare last year to this year. A lot of you like seeing that. So this is all properties. So that's single family residence, condos, townhouses, and manufacturers. So this is all in one graph here that we're looking at. So active in September down 17% from to 538. But what I want to let you know is, like, let's look at last year where we were at this time of year. So we were at 652, and this year we're at 635. Again, with the new listings, if we take a look back on that, since I kind of skipped forward, we'll go ahead and take a look at that. And that was 260 last year, this year 200. So yes, decreasing there. So that's completely normal at this time of year, entering winter time. And then just logistically with everything going on, affordability with our new home buyers, and the interest rates just went up yesterday. So that is also impacting. So here we are, September 2023 for pending sales, 156. And last year we were at 217. So again, that is a almost 30% drop. Closed sales in San Luis Obispo County currently are 216. And so last year in September, we were at 273. So again, these are all minuses, and I think this is to be expected. It is just the current market trend. We're all in the negative as far as inventory being available. We need more houses to be built, supply and demand. That's what's going to cure all of this, is more houses being available, and more importantly, affordable homes for our working community. So again, total closed sites, 432 this year in September, and last year in September was 546. So again, that's a 20% drop. I'm going to jump over here to the average days on market. So don't panic when you're seeing something on for 50 days as a seller or as a buyer. Don't think there's something wrong with the property. It's just things are slowing down. So people are only moving if they need to. People are only selling if they need to. And people are buying if they absolutely need to, or for whatever circumstances are in life. There's divorce, there's estate sales, people inheriting properties, people unfortunately passing away. In our demographic in our area, we are a huge retirement community, so that is also happening. Then we have a lot of second homes, and with the short-term rental restrictions now that are occurring, a lot of people are unloading these properties as they're paying taxes on the properties, and sometimes they're just not penciling out. So average days on market for September 2023 are 32 days currently, and in last year we were at 31. So not much of a change. Isn't that crazy? Relatively holding tight there on those average days on market. So let's see where we are in supply and demand. Here we have in the county 2.8 months of inventory. And so it went up a little bit here from prior. And let's look at where we were last year. That was at 2.5. So we actually, again, increased this last number. So 2.5, still much a seller's market, that 6-month mark. Once we have 6 months worth of inventory, then that's when we know that there is a more balanced market. So we don't see any crash coming, not a lot of homes to be purchased. So again, that's just economics. That's our market, stat for you. Now the seller's market is still holding strong. So right now, currently, some things to get excited about as a buyer is, if something's sitting for a while and the seller's super motivated and getting a little anxious with the days on market because it just hasn't quite settled in yet, is that they're, pricing it aggressively to get multiple offers. So sometimes when you see something that's looking like a good deal, it probably is a good deal, and that's an agent strategy to get more offers on the table for the seller. So again, if you're seeing a lot of days on market, find out the details of what's going on there, because that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the property necessarily, unless it is a super under market property. And that's where you need to reach out to a local broker, a local agent that knows what's going on in the trenches today, active, and can give you the information and the details from the listing agent. Just a quick reminder that my name is Bernice, and I am a local real estate broker here on the Central Coast. As much as I love making these videos for you, I do sell real estate. And so I've grown up here, raised my kids here, and I'm still here bringing this information to you to help you as you're trying to figure out if you want to move to the Central Coast. So if you're finding this information of value, be sure to give us a like. It helps other people just like you find the information. Leave us a comment because we love hearing from you. And then do not forget to subscribe. We are trying to reach our 1,000 subscribers, and we would love for you to be part of the Central Coast community. This information is more for data-driven people, but we do, videos on the neighborhoods, the area, lifestyle, and everything in between. So we're hoping you want someone representing you, not necessarily the seller or the buyer. Depends on where you're at on the table. So again, that's happening. We're seeing cancellations. Things are happening in people's lives where they change their mind, lose the property. So that's going on. And then we're seeing contingent offers being accepted. So that's also something as a buyer that is good news for you, that you can write a contingent offer. And that's also depending on the seller, how long they've been on the market, and what their motivation is, and the details for their sale. So again, just some, just a little bit of a shifting in that arena. Still a strong seller's market, but they are offering a little bit more. We're seeing more inspections available for a buyer to review. Sellers are prepping the house to make it a smoother transaction. So that's just good for everybody, especially since rates are fluctuating right now. It's nice to be able to move forward and close on your transaction and be sure that, what the rate is currently that buyer can secure. And that's super helpful. And then because the rates just did go up again, this is something we haven't seen happen so quickly, definitely impacting the market. It's just important that the buyer can move quickly at the rate that they've been given and close for you as a seller. So as a buyer, having that constant communication with your lender is super important. So any changes in work, in your status, all those little details of those big purchases should be happening during this time of you searching for a home and have your, your approval in order so that you can move forward comfortably on the property that you find. All right, let's get back to some numbers. So let's look at average price per square foot. So right now we're at $562 in the county in 2023. We were at, where were we in September, $520. So that has gone up. Obviously, we know materials have gotten expensive, inflation, all the things that you're hearing, that is a fact. And, we sold 6 lots to a builder recently, well, a year and a half ago, and it was just better for him to improve the lots and unload them because it's hard to get subs and contractors in place right now. I have another lot by the beach right now with approved permits ready to go with a rooftop, past coastal commission here. If you have a build by the beach, you have to deal with the coastal commission, and that's worse than dealing with the IRS. So, there's all those little nuances, all those little details that you need to really be aware of as you are thinking of building a home. But at this point, we are at $562 per square foot. I just kind of wanted to kind of let you know where we are as an average sales price. We are at $968,152 for the county currently, and before we were at $967,075. So it really changed in pricing too much. So again, just realize that the prices that you see are holding strong. We are seeing a few things come up that could be a bit of a bargain, but there's always a reason why. So that's where you have to reach out. As you know, we are here to help, and just work with somebody local here. There's an interesting stat if you are a seller, like, you've gotten showings or you're for sale by owner and you're just like, people are calling you, coming to see the property. Like, how many showings does it take before you go into contract? So the average in San Luis Obispo County is 9. So that kind of tells you if you've had a stream of people seriously looking by, and not talking about open houses or other things like that. Like, they're specifically coming, they're ready, willing, and able buyer, or an RWA. That's a industry acronym. If they are that type of buyer and have been through your home and are actively looking, then it should take about 9 people in this current market. Now let's just compare to what was going on in 2022, because 2020 and 2021 were its own animal. So that whole thing has kind of gone away. So you just need to realize that and look at in 2022 of September, it was 9. So again, it's taking a few showings, taking a few people to get through the homes before they make a decision. All right, so just remember that our areas are very unique and very specific to different properties that are available. So again, these price points can vary from North County to South County, to our scenic beaches, and to our more acreage, properties that are available here, on top of, certain areas that are a little bit more well sought out, depending if they're closer to downtown areas and things of that nature. So this is where you should reach out, to somebody local here. And if you want more details on a specific area, this is where you need to reach out. I am doing Zoom calls with some of you now, and that's been very, very helpful, that we bring up a map, bring up stats, so that you're understanding where the marketplace is. But this is a very general San Luis Obispo County video for you about what the current pricing is. But what I'm really liking right now is that the sellers are being more flexible, working with the buyers. We're doing interest rate buy down since the rates are up there right now. So again, just reach out. The only way that we can help you find that sweet spot here on the Central Coast is you got to give us a call, text, email, day, evening, weekends. It does not matter, because we have your back when you're moving to the Central. On the flip side is you need to work with someone who's actively in the market, in the trenches, that are going to the association meetings, that are going to look at the inventory, that are out there knowing who's listing what. And if you're a particular buyer, a particular seller, we can put you together to another agent that has that criteria of a buyer or criteria of a seller. So again, it's about the relationships. As we know, in any business, anything that you're involved with, it's about the relationships. So again, another reason why you need to reach out to somebody here locally.